Good evening, my name's Saul. I'm from a company called Paymill, and we specialise in allowing any online business or anyone with a website online to take payments with credit card and debit cards. So what I want to stress from the outset is that payments are a really, really important part of every business. Loads of people have great ideas. Ideas are really cheap. But if you don't think about your payment strategy and the model of your income stream or your revenue stream, you're going to have a problem. So think about it from the start. We get loads of people, loads of young startups coming to us and saying, I need to get payments set up. I've got this business and it's growing and moving from my free plan only, and I want to have a freemium model and it's going to be great. And you realise that they just haven't thought through. They just haven't thought through from the start. Are they going to do meter billing? Are they going to do subscriptions? Are they going to have one-time payments? Is it going to be annual? They just haven't thought about it. So it's really important. Everyone should think about it. The problem is, payments really isn't easy. It's a really difficult thing. How many of you guys have ever set up payments on a website before? Okay. And how many of you guys are developers? Okay, got a handful of developers. Good stuff. It's not easy. You've probably seen a lot of these words floating around. Fully secure, Visa, MasterCard. Visa and MasterCard are all right. We all know what they are. But you've got merchant banks. Most people don't know the difference between a merchant bank and a business bank. It's a really common thing for us. They call up, oh, we've got a bank account. Are you sure you've got a merchant bank account? Well, what's a merchant bank? Every day, we get that all the time. It's a really complicated thing. So what most people do is they look at it and they go, okay, there's PayPal out there. I want to take home debit cards. PayPal's really easy. PayPal is fairly easy. It's quick to set up. However, it does have a lot of downsides. You're being redirected away from the page, which any of you UX guys out there know is a bad thing in the first place. If you're going to get dropped off from a redirect. Fees are pretty high. They hold your money, and the API leaves a lot to be desired if you've ever played with it. So, what do you do if you don't want to go with PayPal? You've got to set up a full merchant stack, a payment stack rather. It's what I call a payment stack. Not everyone does. So, what a payment stack is it's a merchant bank account with a payment gateway on top and your own application logic. So your specific code for your business. They're all independent parties. You go and look for a merchant bank, you'd probably go down that direction to HSBC or to Barclays, and you'd send an application to them, and it may take several weeks for them to get back to you. It's slow, it's time consuming, and you really have to know what you're talking about when you talk to them. So you've got to go and do loads of research. Payment gateways, totally independent. You would go to someone like SagePay or CyberSource. Again, you need to make sure that they integrate tightly with your merchant bank and that they're going to work for you. Complicated stuff. Application logic. Well, if you're integrating with an old-fashioned payment gateway, application logic can be quite a pain to do. Again, it's all sounding quite complicated. So there's a book called The Experience Economy written by guys called Joseph Pine and James Gilmore. Has anyone here read it out of interest? Okay. Good stuff. It's a really fantastic book. Everyone should read it. What they came up with is they came up with this. It's called The Progression of Economic Value. And what they said was that commodities are the base form, they're undifferentiated, and everyone sells them. But these days, if you want to make good money from something that you're selling, having a service is no longer good enough. What you need to deliver is an experience. If you're not delivering an experience, then you're not going to be able to compete with the market out there. Particularly when we're talking about financial technology. These banks that we're in here, they have unlimited funds, almost unlimited funds to throw at things. They can create services at the drop of a hat. They can throw huge teams at projects. And if you're a startup, trying to compete with that is really, really difficult. you've got to stage an experience. And if you stage an experience, then you can differentiate yourselves, and it's something that startups are really, really good at. And that's what Paymill is all about. We like to create a payment experience. So we are a full-stack payment service provider. So what does that mean? That means that we do everything that goes into that payment stack I showed you earlier. So you don't have to go and sign up for a merchant bank. You don't have to sign up for a payment gateway. You come to us and we do all of that for you. This allows you to take credit cards, debit cards. It's pretty quick, it's easy, it's secure. We've gone to the effort of providing a transparent redirect, which means that you can include the payment form on your website without having to redirect them away like PayPal does. And that redirect, that transparent redirect, means that consumers' card details are sent directly from their browser to our servers, which is fantastic. Never touches your servers. Achieving PCI DSS is super straightforward. Self-assessment questionnaire. Support is really, really important in a startup, in any business, and particularly in banking. You want to be able to pick up the phone to people. We provide that. We also have multi-currency. We have 120 currencies that we support now, and we can pay out in fewer than that, but still a lot of the currencies most of the people want. And our API is very, very user-friendly. It's a RESTful API. It's very nice. It's all about the experience. So, how's my time going?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just show you the video if you like.
Okay, so
That was brilliant.
Looking for the easiest solution to integrate online payments? Traditional providers are difficult to compare. Hidden fees, endless paperwork, business negotiations taking weeks, hundreds of pages of integration manuals, and unresponsive customer support. And with wallet solutions like PayPal, users are redirected to pay, which leads to higher dropouts of the shopping process and less conversion. Payment doesn't have to be a pain. Paymill provides direct payment integration. Customers are not redirected, but stay on your website and directly enter their payment information. Everything else happens in the background. You can customize the checkout process and payment form design the way you want. And there is only one small fee per transaction. No setup fees, no monthly fees, no hidden fees. That means you are never charged except for customer-related transactions. To get a free Paymill merchant account, simply sign up, submit a single contract PDF and identification, and receive payment within a few days. Most importantly, Paymill was built for developers. Simply download example payment form code or ready-to-go shop plugins, done within minutes. And for customizing your checkout process, we have a simple and safe RESTful API. Paymill encrypts all data and stores it at high-security data centers for you. That means we handle fraud detection, risk management, and we make PCI compliance easy. And if you ever need help, we have instant phone support, no waiting lines. So, if you care about providing a great payment experience, pick a payment provider who cares just as much as you do. Happy users, fewer dropouts, more conversion, and therefore more revenue. Sign up for free now.
Any questions out there? Basically, in summary, if you want to,
it's fine.
if you want to compete with the banks with those unlimited resources, you've got to create an experience. So think about the experience as well as saying.
Questions? Guys, I suggest that you shout because I can't run around.
So I agree. This was a problem when I did my company back in 2008, 2009. But since then, the Curly, Cheddar-Getter, there's a whole bunch of them come out. How are you different?
So sure. So since this gentleman started his company, there are a whole bunch of guys like us who have come out. How do we compare against them? People like the Curlys, Cheddar-Getter, they provide the application logic at the top of the stack. They actually don't provide you with a payment gateway and a merchant bank. So you still have to go out and find those. And you you are really just using their specific application logic for recurring payments or for one-time payments or for meter billing at the top. It's not a one-stop shop.
I think Recurly does provide the full stack because I use it myself.
In the US, they do now have their own payment gateway. Yes, yeah. There's a lot of similarities. I mean, you start competing after the basic stuff. You start competing on your levels of customer support, on the time that it takes to get set up. On how many currencies you can accept. That's where we start to really differentiate. You know, there aren't many out there where you can sign up in one place and take 120 different currencies around the world. Or there aren't always ones available where you can just pick up the phone to someone and start getting help.
Okay, next question. I'll come with the mic. Oleg?
So currently in a process of integrating a payment gateway, as I know. And as a user, the decision point for me to select a payment gateway or a merchant provider is about the currency supported, the type of payment method supported, the geography supported, and the rates, the charges that they apply. All this PCI, treaty, secure, everything comes after that. And because the way things are set up, I hardly care about the customer experience because I know if I can't connect the payment, there's no point in thinking about the experience, right?
That's one way to think about it. It's I would say it's slightly it's a short-term way of thinking about it because it's all fine up to the point that you're up and running, and you need it to be super easy and you need the support to be good. Yes, you can get up and running quickly and you can get your currencies and the rates are okay, but think further than that, otherwise you won't be giving a great experience.
Okay, there was one question here. Okay, there's a front row. Stefan?
Yes. When I signed up with you, you still took me through a merchant bank application.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. When I signed up to PayPal, sorry.
Paymill.
I was still taken through an application to Wirecard, which is one of the big merchant banks.
Yes.
Have you changed that, or?
No, so currently we still are backed by a merchant bank. However, we do streamline the process. So they are, in line with the presentation, they are providing a service and we're putting an experience on top of that.
Right.
And we,
it's still a little bit more of an overhead than elsewhere.
Yeah, it is. It's more than we would like. And that's our job, is to improve that. Yeah.
Thank you, Saul. One more? Okay. If you can shout really loud.
What stage are you at?
What stage are you at?
What stage are we at? We are growing very, very fast. One of our big things is obviously experience, and we're trying desperately to ensure that our experience is super fantastic. It's very difficult. There aren't many guys out there that do this, and as a result, there has been a massive influx of people wanting to get set up with us. As the gentleman in the front says, we do still have to set you up with a merchant bank account with our partner. We try and take as much pain out of that as possible. However, there are still hoops that need to be jumped through to ensure that we're falling within all the European financial regulation. So in terms of stage, we are still a young company, but we are rapidly growing. There are 40 of us, or maybe even 45 in total in the company now, and that's all since May last year.
Okay.